Imagine waking up every morning and looking down at your feet, only to notice they've turned a strange bluish color overnight. Or perhaps you've been experiencing that constant tingling sensation in your hands that makes it impossible to button your shirt or hold a coffee cup steady. Maybe you've noticed that small cuts on your legs take weeks to heal, or that your memory isn't quite what it used to be. These aren't just random symptoms of aging that you should accept and live with. They're urgent warning signs that your body is desperately trying to send you, signs that your circulation system, the very highway that delivers life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body, is starting to fail you. What I'm about to share with you could quite literally save your life, because poor circulation after 60 isn't just about cold hands and feet. It's a silent killer that can lead to heart attacks, strokes, amputations, and cognitive decline. But here's what gives me hope, and what should give you hope too. Every single one of these warning signs can be reversed if you catch them early enough and take the right action. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, when to be concerned, and most importantly, what you can do starting today to restore healthy blood flow throughout your body. So if you're over 60, or if you care about someone who is, please stay with me until the end. This information could change everything. Let me start by telling you about Eleanor, a vibrant 67-year-old woman who loved her morning garden walks. She was the type of person who never complained, who always pushed through discomfort with a smile. But over several months, Eleanor started noticing something strange. Her hands and feet were always cold, even on warm summer days. She'd joke about it with her friends, saying she had Arctic circulation. But deep down, she was worried. Then came the fatigue. Eleanor, who used to tend her garden for hours, found herself exhausted after just 20 minutes of light weeding. Her legs felt heavy, like they were carrying invisible weights. But it was the memory lapses that truly frightened her. She'd forget where she put her keys, struggle to remember her neighbor's name, and sometimes lose track of conversations mid-sentence. Eleanor's family insisted she see a doctor, and what they discovered changed her life forever. Her circulation was so poor that her brain wasn't getting enough oxygen, her extremities were being starved of nutrients, and her heart was working overtime just to keep her alive. The doctor told her that if she had waited even a few more months, she could have suffered a stroke or worse. But here's the remarkable part of Eleanor's story. Within just 3 months of recognizing the signs and taking appropriate action, her energy returned, her memory sharpened, and those cold hands and feet became warm and pink again. She's now 71 and more active than she was in her 60s. All because she learned to recognize the warning signs her body was sending her. Now let's talk about the 10 critical signs of poor circulation that you should never, ever ignore after 60. Because recognizing these early could be the difference between living your golden years to the fullest and facing serious, life-threatening complications. The first sign is something that might seem innocent enough: cold hands and feet. Now, I'm not talking about stepping outside on a winter day and feeling chilly. I'm talking about hands and feet that feel cold to the touch, even when you're in a warm room, wearing warm clothes, and everyone around you is comfortable. This happens because your circulatory system isn't effectively pumping warm blood to your extremities. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become less flexible, and our heart doesn't pump quite as efficiently as it once did. But when your hands and feet are consistently cold, it means your circulation has declined to a point where your body is prioritizing blood flow to your vital organs and essentially abandoning your hands and feet. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous because poor circulation to your extremities can lead to tissue damage, infections, and in severe cases, the need for amputation. The second warning sign is numbness and tingling in your hands, feet, or legs. Many people dismiss this as sleeping in the wrong position or sitting too long, but persistent numbness and tingling, especially if it happens regularly or doesn't go away quickly, is your nervous system crying out for help. Your nerves need a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to function properly. When circulation is poor, nerves begin to malfunction, causing that pins and needles sensation or complete numbness. This is particularly dangerous because numbness can lead to injuries you don't even notice. You might cut yourself and not feel it, burn yourself on a hot surface, or injure your foot while walking. These injuries can then become infected because, with poor circulation, your body's ability to heal is also compromised. The third sign might surprise you. Changes in skin color, particularly in your legs and feet. Healthy circulation gives your skin a natural warm color, but when blood flow is restricted, you might notice your skin turning pale, blue, or even purple, especially in your toes, fingers, or lower legs. Sometimes the skin might look mottled or have a grayish appearance. These color changes indicate that your tissues aren't receiving enough oxygenated blood. Blue or purple discoloration, called cyanosis, means your blood oxygen levels are dangerously low in those areas. This is your body's way of showing you that some parts of you are literally being starved of the oxygen they need to survive. The fourth warning sign is slow healing wounds or sores. Have you noticed that small cuts, bruises, or scrapes that used to heal in a few days now take weeks or even months to fully close? This is because healing requires increased blood flow to deliver immune cells, nutrients, and oxygen to the injured area. When your circulation is poor, your body simply can't mount an effective healing response. This is especially dangerous for people with diabetes, as poor circulation combined with high blood sugar creates the perfect storm for serious infections. What starts as a small cut on your foot could develop into a severe infection that threatens the entire limb. I've seen too many cases where a minor injury led to amputation simply because the warning signs of poor circulation were ignored. The fifth sign is something that affects your daily life in profound ways: fatigue and weakness that seems disproportionate to your activity level. If you find yourself exhausted after climbing a single flight of stairs, feeling winded after a short walk, or needing frequent rest breaks during activities that used to be easy, your circulation might be to blame. Your muscles need a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to function efficiently. When circulation is poor, your muscles can't get the fuel they need, so they tire quickly and feel weak. Your heart also has to work much harder to pump blood through restricted vessels, which can leave you feeling drained and exhausted even when you haven't done much physical activity. The sixth warning sign is one that many people find particularly distressing: cognitive changes, including memory problems, confusion, and difficulty concentrating. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's total blood supply, making it extremely sensitive to circulation problems. When blood flow to the brain is reduced, even slightly, you might notice that you're more forgetful, have trouble focusing, or feel mentally foggy. Some people experience what they describe as brain fog, where thinking feels unclear or sluggish. Others notice they're having trouble finding words or following complex conversations. While some cognitive changes are normal with aging, significant or sudden changes in mental function can be a sign that your brain isn't getting the blood flow it needs to function optimally. The seventh sign involves your legs specifically: leg cramps, especially at night, and a heavy or aching feeling in your legs during the day. Poor circulation means your leg muscles aren't getting enough oxygen, which can cause them to cramp up, especially when you're lying flat and gravity isn't helping blood flow back to your heart. You might wake up with painful charley horses or feel like your legs are made of lead during the day. Some people describe it as feeling like they're walking through deep water or carrying heavy weights on their legs. This happens because the muscles aren't getting the nutrients and oxygen they need to function properly, and waste products aren't being efficiently removed from the tissues. The eighth warning sign is hair loss on your legs and feet and changes in your toenails. This might seem cosmetic, but it's actually a significant indicator of circulation problems. Hair follicles and nail beds need good blood flow to grow healthy hair and nails. When circulation is poor, hair may stop growing or fall out entirely, particularly on the lower legs and feet. Your toenails might become thick, brittle, or discolored. They might grow very slowly or develop ridges and other abnormalities. These changes occur because the cells that produce hair and nails aren't getting the nutrients and oxygen they need to function properly. The ninth sign is something that can significantly impact your quality of life. Erectile dysfunction in men and decreased sensation in intimate areas for both men and women. Sexual function depends heavily on good blood flow, and circulation problems often affect these sensitive areas first. While this can be embarrassing to discuss, it's often an early warning sign of more serious circulation issues throughout the body. Many men don't realize that erectile dysfunction can be a predictor of heart disease and stroke. The blood vessels involved in sexual function are smaller than those that supply the heart and brain, so they often show signs of problems first. Addressing circulation issues can often improve intimate function, while also protecting against more serious cardiovascular events. The 10th and final warning sign is persistent swelling, especially in your feet, ankles, and legs. This swelling, called edema, happens when fluid builds up in your tissues because your circulatory system isn't efficiently moving blood and lymphatic fluid back toward your heart. You might notice that your shoes feel tight by the end of the day, or that pressing on your ankle leaves an indentation that doesn't immediately disappear. While some swelling can be normal, especially after long periods of sitting or standing, persistent or severe swelling is a red flag that your circulation system is struggling. This can be particularly dangerous because it can indicate that your heart isn't pumping effectively or that you have serious vascular disease. Now, you might be wondering what causes these circulation problems in the first place. The truth is, poor circulation after 60 is usually the result of multiple factors working together over time. Atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaque in your arteries, is one of the main culprits. This plaque narrows your blood vessels and makes them less flexible, forcing your heart to work harder to push blood through. High blood pressure, diabetes, smoking, obesity, and a sedentary lifestyle all contribute to circulation problems. Even medications that you might be taking for other conditions can sometimes affect your circulation. The good news is that many of these factors are within your control, and making changes can significantly improve your circulation and overall health. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old retired teacher who came to understand these warning signs almost too late. Robert had always been active, but over the course of a year, he noticed several troubling changes. His feet were constantly cold, he had persistent numbness in his toes, and small cuts on his legs were taking forever to heal. Robert was also experiencing severe fatigue. Where he used to enjoy long walks and bike rides, he now found himself exhausted after just a few minutes of activity. His wife noticed that he was having trouble remembering things and seemed confused at times. But Robert, like many people his age, attributed these symptoms to just getting older and didn't seek medical attention. It wasn't until Robert developed a small sore on his foot that wouldn't heal that his wife insisted he see a doctor. The diagnosis was sobering. Robert had severe peripheral artery disease, and the poor circulation had damaged nerves in his feet and was affecting his cognitive function. The doctor told them that Robert was at high risk for heart attack and stroke. But here's where Robert's story takes a hopeful turn. His doctor didn't just prescribe medications and send him home. Instead, they developed a comprehensive plan to improve Robert's circulation naturally, while also using medical interventions where necessary. The results were remarkable. Within 6 months, Robert's energy levels had improved dramatically. The numbness in his feet began to resolve, his wounds healed properly, and his cognitive function returned to normal. He was able to return to his beloved walks and even took up swimming. Most importantly, his risk of heart attack and stroke decreased significantly. Robert's transformation didn't happen overnight, and it required commitment and lifestyle changes. But it proves that even severe circulation problems can be improved with the right approach. The key is recognizing the warning signs early and taking comprehensive action. So what can you do if you're experiencing any of these warning signs? The first step is to take them seriously and consult with a healthcare provider who understands circulation issues. Don't let anyone dismiss your symptoms as normal aging. While some changes are expected as we get older, significant circulation problems are not inevitable and should always be evaluated. There are also many things you can do starting today to improve your circulation naturally. Regular exercise, even something as simple as a daily walk, can dramatically improve blood flow throughout your body. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Your blood vessels are like muscles. They need regular exercise to stay flexible and efficient. Diet plays a crucial role in circulation health. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon and walnuts, help keep blood vessels flexible. Leafy greens provide nitrates that help dilate blood vessels. Berries are rich in antioxidants that protect blood vessel walls from damage. Staying well hydrated is also essential, as dehydration makes your blood thicker and harder to pump. There are specific exercises that can dramatically improve circulation in your legs and feet. Simple ankle rotations, calf raises, and leg elevations can help pump blood back toward your heart. Even something as basic as wiggling your toes and flexing your feet while sitting can make a difference. Temperature therapy can also be helpful. Alternating between warm and cool water when bathing can stimulate circulation. Just be careful not to use water that's too hot or too cold, especially if you have diabetes or numbness in your feet. Compression stockings, when properly fitted, can help improve circulation in your legs by providing gentle pressure that assists your veins in moving blood back toward your heart. Your doctor can help determine if these would be beneficial for your specific situation. Managing stress is another important factor that many people overlook. Chronic stress causes your blood vessels to constrict and can contribute to high blood pressure and circulation problems. Finding healthy ways to manage stress, whether through meditation, gentle yoga, or simply spending time in nature, can have a positive impact on your circulation. If you smoke, quitting is absolutely essential. Smoking damages blood vessels and significantly worsens circulation problems. Even if you've been smoking for decades, quitting can still provide significant benefits for your circulation and overall health. It's also important to manage any underlying conditions that can affect circulation, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. Working with your healthcare team to keep these conditions well controlled can prevent further damage to your circulatory system and may even help reverse some existing problems. Regular monitoring is crucial too. Keep track of any symptoms you're experiencing and how they change over time. Take photos of any skin changes or wounds so you can show your doctor how they're healing. Monitor your blood pressure regularly and don't ignore warning signs like new or worsening symptoms. Let me share one more story that illustrates the power of taking action. Maria, at 74, was experiencing many of the warning signs we've discussed. Her hands and feet were always cold, she had numbness in her legs, and she was constantly exhausted. She had begun to accept that this was just part of getting older and had started limiting her activities accordingly. But Maria's daughter convinced her to see a specialist who understood circulation issues. The doctor explained that while Maria did have significant circulation problems, there was much that could be done to improve her condition. They started with simple changes: a daily walking routine, dietary modifications, and stress management techniques. Maria was skeptical at first. How could such simple changes make a difference when she felt so poorly? But she committed to the program, and within just a few weeks, she began to notice improvements. Her energy levels started to increase, and the constant cold feeling in her hands and feet began to diminish. After 3 months, Maria felt like a new person. The numbness in her legs had largely resolved. She had energy for activities she enjoyed, and she felt mentally sharper than she had in years. Her doctor confirmed that her circulation had improved significantly, and her risk factors for serious cardiovascular events had decreased markedly. Maria's story is powerful because it shows that it's never too late to improve your circulation and your health. Even if you've been experiencing symptoms for months or years, taking action can still make a significant difference in how you feel and in your long-term health outcomes. The most important thing to remember is that poor circulation is not a normal part of aging that you have to accept. While our circulatory systems do change as we get older, significant circulation problems indicate that something needs attention. Your body is remarkably resilient and has an amazing ability to adapt and heal when given the right support. If you're experiencing any of the warning signs we've discussed today, please don't ignore them. Don't let anyone tell you that it's just aging or that there's nothing that can be done. There are many effective treatments and lifestyle changes that can improve circulation and help you feel better. Start with the simple steps we've discussed. Increase your daily movement, improve your diet, manage stress, and stay hydrated. But also, make sure to work with healthcare providers who take your symptoms seriously and are knowledgeable about circulation issues. Remember Eleanor from the beginning of our discussion? She's now 4 years older and more active than when her circulation problems first began. She tends her garden daily, takes long walks with friends, and has the energy to travel and enjoy life fully. Her transformation began with recognizing the warning signs and taking action. Robert continues to thrive as well. He's become an advocate for circulation health in his community, helping other seniors recognize the importance of paying attention to these warning signs. His experience taught him that taking control of his health was one of the best decisions he ever made. Your circulation health is in your hands. The warning signs we've discussed today are your body's way of asking for help. Listen to those signals, take them seriously, and take action. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today to protect and improve your circulation. The path to better circulation and better health starts with awareness, continues with action, and leads to a future where you can remain active, independent, and vibrant for years to come. Don't wait until tomorrow to start taking better care of your circulation. Your body is calling out to you today, and it's time to answer that call. If this information has been helpful to you, please share it with others who might benefit. Leave a comment below about your own experiences or questions about circulation health. Subscribe for more content that can help you live your healthiest life after 60. Your health is worth fighting for, and knowledge is your most powerful weapon in that fight.